जैसे मैंने बताया था कि ये बहुत ही रैंडम स्टेटमेंट थी। एक टीममेट ने इसकी बस एक वीकेंड में 1 घंटे में पीपीटी बना के सबमिट कर दी थी। वी वर नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग टू गेट सिलेक्टेड इन दिस, बट फाइनल रिजल्ट जब आया तो दिस वाज द ओनली वन दैट वी गॉट शॉर्टलिस्टेड इन. Like it sounds a bit contrary, but in most cases, I would not recommend you to have a mentor. The ratio of girls and boys are pretty like equalish, and
I was not expecting that equalish wala part.
the team leader is really a formality type of role. The members should be from your own college, right? Well, the only way to participate is through college. Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome to First Time Coder. आज का एपिसोड स्पेशल है बिकॉज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट स्मार्ट इंडिया हैकाथॉन SIH, जो इंडिया के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए एक अमेजिंग अपॉर्चुनिटी है टू सॉल्व रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स। और इस एपिसोड को और भी एक्साइटिंग बनाता है हमारे गेस्ट वैभव, जो SIH 23 के विनर भी रह चुके हैं। सो व्हाट इज SIH एग्जैक्टली? ये एक नेशन वाइड हैकाथॉन है that is organized by Indian government, where students from across the country come together to tackle big challenges. Problem statements कुछ महीने पहले रिलीज होते हैं and then team brainstorm, build solution and compete in the grand finale. वैभव की टीम ने भी इस competition में participate किया and they emerged as winner. The exciting part is that they won the hackathon with that 1 hour idea. In today's podcast, Vaibhav will share his journey with us, कैसे उन्होंने problem statement choose किया, अपनी dream team बनाई और अपने ideas को final projects में transform किया. Plus, he will be sharing some really good insights from his experience along with a few funny moments from the hackathon that you won't want to miss. So whether you're planning to participate in SIH or just curious to hear about Vaibhav's inspiring journey, ये episode आपको जरूर देखना चाहिए. Let's dive in and hear from Vaibhav about his SIH 23 story.
So my name is Vaibhav Tiwari, and I am currently pursuing my Bachelor's of Engineering in Computer Science at Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Patiala. Basically, I won the Smart India Hackathon 2023 Hardware Edition last year, and team leader in that. And I basically do machine learning and AI. I also have knowledge about backends, but I primarily do machine learning nowadays.
Yeah, like machine learning is in quite hype now. So as we are talking about Smart India Hackathon, the first thing that came into our mind, where do you apply for SIH and what are the timelines and eligibility for applying?
All right, so you cannot apply directly to the SIH. You have to reach out to your college. So basically, a college SPOC is appointed by the SIH team. That could be your professors or your dean, and you would have to reach out to your college administration for that. They are responsible for conducting an internal hackathon, and they would be sending you all probably mails like they are conducting the Smart India Hackathon internal hackathon, and you could participate in that. That is the only way you can take part. So you have to participate in that hackathon and basically win. For a college, there are 25 teams that they can shortlist, and 5 teams more that they can give for the waitlist. So basically a total of 30 teams, and you have to basically come in that top 30 teams. So depending on the competition in your college, it should be all right. If you can give a like decent amount of preparation, you can crack it and come in the top 30 teams in your internal hackathon.
These internal teams are for a single college only, top 30.
30 teams for a single college, and all the members of a team should be from the same college. The branches could be diverse. Basically, for this year, I think the deadline is 12th September for submission of ideas. That is the final submission date. So the hackathon has to be conducted basically a week before that. So you could expect internal hackathons being held in your college in about next week or next to next week. If you think that your college is not conducting a hackathon, you can reach out to your dean or the director, and you could ask them to register for your college for SIH.
Is there any eligibility for colleges who can apply, like, or is it like if the college is under UGC they can apply? Is there something like?
Yeah, I think there is a UGC code that they need, AICTE code, so they should be registered with that. But it should not be a problem. So if you're in any engineering college or any college that offers computer science courses, most probably all the colleges have this AICTE code and they would be eligible.
But some of the colleges don't have AICTE code. They have just UGC. Can they participate?
Well, the only way to participate is through college. So they would have to reach out there to their college deans or administration, and would have to ask them to communicate with the SIH team for further proceedings. Yeah.
If no other team is participating from the college, from your college, and you are the only team, then you can directly go for SIH, right?
Basically, yeah. Technically, if you are the only team that is participating, there will be no competition for you in the internal hackathon. So in that case, you would just clear the internal hackathon and you could directly give your name, but it has to go through the college.
So the next question is like, how do you go about choosing the right members for your team, because it is very frequently asked question how to choose members for your team for hackathon especially. So how we can choose members?
All right. So the members should be from your own college, right? So the best people you can include in your team are people who you have previously participated in some hackathons. So basically, if you are in your second year or even first year, there are a lot of internal hackathons, like college hackathons, local hackathons that are held. And if you have been participating in that, I'm sure you have met a lot of people and you have a network. So I would give the first preference to those people. If you have previously participated in some local hackathon and you have won or like achieved a first, second, or third place, just go ahead with those people. And if not, then just go ahead with your college friends who are also interested in tech and are involved in development.
Initially, if someone has not participated in any sort of hackathon, then it is very hard to find the team, as you have the friend circle who like are similar to you. So what I think initially, no matter, just participate in the hackathon, because if you participate in the hackathons, or it goes for open source as well. If you go out of your comfort zone or participate in hackathons, then you got to meet some brilliant minds. If your vibe match, your network spend, then you can find your team members from there as well. I was studying somewhere that in your team there should be at least one or two girl.
At least one female member is mandatory from the SIH side, and I don't think two are required. But basically, you should definitely prioritize skills. And so, in my college, there are like the ratio of girls and boys are pretty like equalish, and so there are a lot of girls that are involved in development and tech. So like in my team, there was no problem in choosing female candidates. But yeah, it is only mandatory to choose one from the side.
I was not expecting that equalish wala part. I was expecting less, because if we talk about engineering colleges, then the boys to girls ratio is very less. And then when you say equalish,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it is not equal, but it is a lot better than other engineering college because I think it's a private college. That's why.
As you said, you are a team leader for your team. So how can a team choose a team leader?
All right. So to be honest, the team leader is really a formality type of role. So there are a lot of documentation involved. So you have to fill a lot of forms. You have to like gather the Aadhaar cards and all the information of your teammates and basically apply. And so that is the main task of the team leader. And yeah, so basically, if someone is very responsible and can handle all this, you can appoint them as team leader. Like in the hackathon or something, everyone is like equal. So there is no point of having a team leader in that respect. The only relevance is in the formalities. Yeah.
Like, is it like a front face, that we should have a front face for the team, or for other tasks, all the members are equal, right? So, like we were talking about the team members. So the one thing is that came into the mind, that since we have a lot, like 4 to 5 members in a team, so how did you keep your team unified and motivated throughout the hackathon? Because if we talk about these sort of hackathons and programs, then these are quite like they are a month or 2 month programs. So to keep motivated, because sometimes what happen, we are not able to see the visual results, and if we are not able to see the visual results, then some members can demotivated. And if any of your team member gets demotivated, then it affect the whole team as well. So are there any sort of story that you want to tell us, like if this happened and how you handle that?
So in my case, fortunately, all of my team members we were pretty good friends like pretty early. So we all knew each other and we had we vibed a lot. So there was no problem in that. And yeah, to keep motivated, basically, so what happened in my case was in the end, SIH removed the restriction that you can apply to only 2 or 3 problem statements. So in the end, they gave us the option to apply to as many problem statements as we want. And so what we did was every week we used to choose, each one of us used to choose 1 or 2 statements and we used to apply to them. So basically, it was like a kind of a loophole because there is no limit and you can apply to as many problem statements as you want. So yeah, that did keep us motivated. So we used to make PPTs and we used to check other PPTs. We used to brainstorm together and uh, like it was very fun for us. So basically, if you make the process very fun, I think everybody would be motivated.
Right, right. So, like what I'm able to understand right now, firstly, you need to go through in internal, what we say, internal or inner level hackathons that conducted by your college. And
Yeah, internal hackathons.
if you got shortlisted in them, then your college will send your name to the SIH team. And after that, we need to select the problem statement, right?
Yeah, so the flow is like you will have your internal hackathon in August or September, and if you win that, then you are basically eligible to apply on the portal. So the college will give your names to the SIH, and you will receive the team leader will receive a mail and login credentials for the SIH website, and from there you can directly choose a problem statement. So it is not necessary that the problem statement that you choose in internal hackathon has to be same. So you can choose a different problem statement to apply in the main hackathon. And for this time, the limit is two problem statements. So you can make the ideas for two problem statements and you can apply for them. And then there are the screening results. So basically, in September, they will start the screening process, and by October, you will get the results if you are selected for the final offline hackathon. And
Okay.
by November, you will have to go to the final hackathon.
कोई कैसे एक प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट चूज कर सकता है सच दैट लाइक हाउ डू यू चूज अ प्रॉब्लम स्टेट आपने कैसे चूज किया था?
राइट सो मेरे टाइम पे काफ़ी डिफरेंट था क्योंकि वी हैड अ लॉट ऑफ ऑप्शंस सो हमारे था कि वी कुड चूज अप टू 5 स्टेटमेंट्स इनिशियली एंड फॉर सम रीजन एसआईएच ने वो लिमिट हटा दी थी एंड जाते हुए मे बी क्योंकि कम सबमिशंस आ रहे होंगे एंड दे गिव द ऑप्शन टू सबमिट इन एज मेनी प्रोजेक्ट्स एज यू वांट सो तो जब इनिशियली हमारे पास 5 का था so what we did was basically 2 3 statements we selected on our strengths. So basically in my team the strength was in we had a strong backend members and a strong ML implementation. So we mainly focus on that project. So basically in which we could implement MLAI and all that. And for the rest of the 3 statements, we chose statements that had very less submissions. So something that not a lot of people would choose. So basically hardware statements and some very vague problem statements, some garbage collection chain or some very weird statements. So for your version in 2024, you only have the option for submitting 2 problem statements. So what I would recommend is that choose one of the statements according to your strength. So basically whatever the team you got, so maybe you are strong in machine learning or maybe your team is strong in Web3 or crypto. So choose one project according to your strengths, and for the other project, do a analysis of all the problem statements and problem statements you think would not attract a lot of people, and basically have a better chance in that. So hardware statements and some very vague statements in which you can see that the number of ideas submitted are very less. So I would say that for the second problem statement, choose that statement in which there is low crowd.
Yeah, like it is valid in open source as well because GSOC में when we are selecting a project, मन के project पे या React के project पे there is too much crowd. हमें भी वैसे ही project choose करने पड़ते थे जो less crowd हो, as similar as hackathon. As you said, number of participants, number of submissions जितने हुए हैं उसमें project idea उसमें idea list में उससे भी डिपेंड करता है कि क्या प्रोजेक्ट चूज करना है. जितने लेस नंबर्स ऑफ सबमिशंस होंगे उतने ज्यादा चांसेस होंगे that you will some that you got accepted, right?
Yeah. Like मेरे केस में
Okay.
भी ये हुआ था कि first we were fixated on one statement because we didn't know all this. So we had a statement on drones. So we thought that because hardware is involved, so that automatically cuts around 50 to 60% of the people. So we focused on the drone problem statement. Later we didn't even get selected in that statement. We got selected in some random statement of ore mining that one of my team members had randomly made the PPT in a weekend and had submitted. It's not about really how good the PPT is. Basically, I mean, that matters, but most important is that your PPT must get reviewed by someone. And if you are submitting a statement that has a lot of crowd, maybe they won't even get to your PPT, no matter how good it is, because they already got 5 great ideas.
So it is like कि I'm talking for 2024 हम लोग दो आइडिया सबमिट कर सकते हैं, राइट? सो हम लोग को उसके लिए सॉल्यूशन पे पीपीटी बना के सबमिट करनी होगी. यू सेड कि आपका जो मेन आइडिया था वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं हुआ, जो सेकेंडरी आइडिया था दैट वाज एक्सेप्टेड. सो हाउ व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय दैट? लाइक पीपीटी बना के दोनों की पीपीटी बनाई थी आपने उसके बाद जजेस ने देखा, उसके बाद सब
ऑलमोस्ट 10 to 12 आइडिया सबमिट किए थे। हर एक आइडिया सबमिट करने का मतलब ये कि वी मेड द पीपीटीज ऑफ दीस 10 to 12 प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट्स। एंड पीपीटी ज्यादा लंबी नहीं होती है हमारे पे, इट्स लाइक एक टेम्पलेट दिया हुआ था एंड इट वाज अ 4 पेज टेम्पलेट एंड द फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट पेज वर बेसिकली the name and credentials. So basically, the we had 2 page main content of PPTs. So every one of us members made choose 2 problem statements and made PPTs for that. So yeah, we submitted 12 PPTs in total, and out of that, one PPT got selected in the top 5. So we were eligible to take part in that, and one PPT got shortlisted. So basically, your idea can also get shortlisted. So 5 ideas get selected for every statement, and 2 3 ideas can get shortlisted. And we were given a choice. So if you have multiple ideas that were selected, in my case, so you could choose one idea, and for the other idea, basically you created a vacancy because you chose the other idea. So in that case, the shortlisted PPT was chosen. But for 2 problem statements, it is possible that maybe both of your statements get accepted. So in that case, you would have a choice. If only one gets selected, you will have to go in that. And if there's one shortlisted, maybe some of these selected PPTs get back out, and then you will get a chance.
व्हेन यू सिलेक्ट सम सॉर्ट ऑफ आइडियाज और उसके लिए पीपीटी बना रहे हो आप, तो उस पीपीटी में क्या क्या डालते हो? लाइक उसमें प्रोटोटाइप भी होना चाहिए क्या?
So basically, they have a template. So they have a very strict template, and उसी के हिसाब से उनको करना होता है. So I will also share you my PPT that was selected. So basically, क्या होता है कि in the first page you have to explain your idea. So you can include a paragraph to explain the overall idea, but only just include that one paragraph, and except that include a lot of diagrams, flowcharts, and yeah. So if you don't need to create a prototype, but do create Figma designs of your prototype, and you can also pick Google Images and some relevant images to facilitate the communication of idea. For example, in my case, there was a mining problem statement. So we choose a Google image of some mining site that was being analyzed by MN model, and we just uploaded that. You can upload that, and you can upload your dashboards and Figma designs, and also the flow of your project. So where is the machine learning model? Where is the backend, and how is the database connected? So I would encourage you to make a PPT in Canva. So although they gave us the format in .ppt PowerPoint file, and they have a very like simple format and template. But what I would encourage is that you copy that template to Figma and you beautify it. So I don't mean that you should clutter it, but you can create some great minimalistic designs in Canva, and some great beautiful flowcharts and beautiful layouts in Canva. So I would encourage you to do that. And
It is like the pitch or presentation is different from PPT that you gave it last. They both are different things.
basically, you won't have the opportunity to give a pitch. The only thing you can submit is the PPT.
At the last, when you're done with your project, you have to give some presentation, right?
No, so basically you give your internal hackathon, and then you are selected. Submit your ideas to the portal. For the ideas, you can only submit your PPT. There is no pitching or anything. You don't even have to make a project right now. So you just have to make an idea PPT, and you have to submit that. And if you get selected, then you have to worry about pitching and project, and that comes
Yeah.
later in the finale.
Yeah,
So initially
yeah,
you
that
only have a PPT.
yeah, that I was saying. At the finale, you need to give some sort of presentation and pitch, and this PPT is different.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it is
so
different.
it is very much similar to Google Summer of Code. As before program start, we have to submit proposals, and if our proposal gets, we can submit 3 proposals. So if our proposal gets accepted, then we can work, and we are done with problem statement. We have selected 2 problem statement. Let's say now it comes the solution part. That is the main right now after the problem statement. So how can someone come to a very unique solution that can make them set them apart from the crowd?
What they are expecting out of you is that they want you to use the new technology. So basically, definitely, if you can include machine learning on AI, also try to include the technologies that are trending right now. So basically, LLMs are trending. Try to include that. That is actually what they are looking out for. They are looking out for newer solutions, cutting edge solutions, and definitely approach your professors that are working in that domain. So we approach a lot of professors in our mining department, for example, consulted the solution with them. These are real problems, and they actually do require some practical knowledge. So it would be great if you reach out people that are working in the industry. So for example, if you have a problem statement in for drones, then reach out some companies that are doing that, and some people who are doing that on LinkedIn or otherwise, and reach out to your professors and seniors.
How important were conversations with your team when deciding on the final solution?
In my team, basically everyone had a very clear role. So someone handled back end, and someone handled front end. and there was a dedicated guy we had for project design and like idea submission and giving presentations. So basically collaborated, and I gave from my side like this is feasible in machine learning and this is not. There are a lot of expectations from the machine learning guy that he will just make a model and it will give the predictions and all that. But there are a lot of things like there should be availability of data and it should be a feasible statement. So basically, everyone has to agree on the feasibility if it is feasible or not. Basically, if it is kind of feasible and just a little outside your comfort zone, then it is perfect. Don't it should not be like too easy to make. I think it should be a little ambitious and a little difficult to make. It's okay even if you are not able to make the exact thing that you like that you said in the PPT. You can just make a prototype and show working proof of that. That is fine also.
That is the next question. We came across a solution for our problem statement. So let's say our one problem statement gets selected, and उसके बाद we came to the solution and we decided after conversation with the team कि ये process रहेगा, ये करेंगे, ठीक है. फिर projects जो हम बनाएंगे, should it be like super professional or सिर्फ you should have like unique selling USP होनी चाहिए सिर्फ. Like it is very hard or daunting task कि 6-7 बंदे मिलके एक सुपर प्रोफेशनल प्रोजेक्ट बना दें, बिकॉज उसके लिए तो पूरी टीम पूरे 50-60 लोग चाहिए होते हैं. सो that's the question.
A very important thing is that you should have a demo. So बस इनको एक डेमो बनाना है, वर्किंग डेमो, एंड बैकएंड में even if you hard code a few things or even if you simulate the data, it's fine. It does not need to be professional, because for software statements you only have 2 days, and in my case we had hardware statements, so we had 5 days, and you cannot make a very professional project in that time. So what I would encourage is that if your problem statement gets selected, then there is about a month of gap between the final hackathon and the screening results. So I would encourage you to start early and make 70 to 80% of your project beforehand only. And so I think that is allowed and there should be no problem. Just have a like base of your project ready so that you can just go there and assemble and work on the mentor feedback that they give you. Not a very professional project, but emphasize on demo. So create beautiful front ends and great designs, and it should be like pleasing to look at. And the backend should be functional. Yeah, the mentor manually pinged some request and he was checking everything. Basically, be honest about what you hard coded and what data you simulated, but it does not need to be very professional. Offline hackathon, idea submission ho gaya and you're got selected. You start working on that with your own team in your own time. And when the final day comes, then there are two cases. So if you are in a software hackathon, it is a 2 days hackathon. In a 2 days hackathon, I think there are 4 to 5 rounds of mentorship. So basically, you must have a initial product that you brought with yourself. What you do is that you tell your idea and showcase that initial product to the mentor. He would basically give you some suggestions. You would have to work on that. So that is very important. For the hardware segment, also the process is same, but the duration is more. So you have a lot of time to work with the hardwares and all that. So basically,
Okay, so
you start making in the final hackathon.
okay, so after you came across a solution, you go to offline hackathons. और offline hackathons
Yeah.
software वाली teams के लिए 2 दिन की होती है,
2 दिन की होती है
और हार्डवेयर वाली
hardware
टीम्स
के
के
लिए
लिए
5 days.
ओके हार्डवेयर वाली
5
टीम
days.
के लिए 5 डेज की होती है. और उस ऑफलाइन हैकाथॉन्स में अ लॉट ऑफ टीम आई होती है और वो सारी अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाती हैं.
बेसिकली जो तुम्हारे प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट में सारी टीम्स हैं, हर स्टेटमेंट में 5 टीम्स होंगी. तो 5 टीम्स हमारे पैरेलल में ही काम कर रही होंगी, यहाँ सबकी डेस्क आसपास ही लगी होगी. दैट इज वेयर द ऑफिशियली द हैकाथॉन बिगिंस.
मेंटर्स कहाँ कौन प्रोवाइड करता है? एसआईएच प्रोवाइड करता है या आप खुद अपना एक मेंटर चूज कर सकते हैं?
हम लोग मेंटर्स खुद भी चूज कर सकते हैं. सो बेसिकली एवरी टीम कैन हैव 2 mentors. They could be your professors or some industry experts. In most cases, I would not recommend you to have a mentor because like, it sounds a bit contrary, but like we were appreciated by the SIH team because we were working on our own and we had no mentor. And since SIH also provides you with mentors and evaluators, so in the offline hackathon, there are basically 2 people. One is from the department and other is from the SIH side. So the one from the SIH side is just a domain expert of that problem statement, and one from the department is from the ministry of whatever problem statement you're working on, and he evaluates you, and the other guy mentors you. So basically, we followed the mentorship of the other guy, and he was a software engineer at Wipro, and he was volunteering to mentor there. We followed his advice totally, and I think it was better than bringing our own mentors, because our competitors, they did bring their own mentors that did not turn out very well, because now there are two mentors, one from your side and one from your side. It can be contradicting sometimes.
Like SIH provides mentors for each team or for each idea, like problem statement. Got it. So 5 teams have one mentors from SIH.
Yeah, one mentor and one evaluator.
So like what sort of help can that mentor provide for you?
For in my case, there were like three mentorship rounds. So for 5 days, the mentor came on every alternate day. So the first day, like our idea was very vague, and we didn't include any MLAI. We just had the mathematical equation on how to solve this mining problem and how deep to dig and all that. So basically, what he does is that he has the knowledge about the domain you're working in. So he would just listen to your idea and give you feedback, include this and use this, and basically he can help you in a lot of things. And obviously he wouldn't write code for you, but apart from that, he's there to help you win. So he would totally help you out.
Okay, like he can show the way, but you need to go in that way by your own self.
Yeah, exactly.
Ex-
Yeah.
So
It's
like
not like he will share the ideas from other teams, like what he got, but he will try to guide you as best as he can. From my experience, society is a numbers game. And in contrast, I would definitely suggest you to go for hardware hackathon, because it is a lot more fun. Yeah, so it was pretty strict college. The rules were that you cannot order food from outside in the night, you cannot go anywhere and all. We ordered the food from outside. We could not find a table anywhere. So we just went to the front of the college, and we saw it was a reception area and there was a big table there. So we just started eating there. In a very strict college, we just broke all of their rules, and in the reception we were eating McDonald's. वो बता रहे थे कि हमारे डायरेक्टर को पता लगा कि आप ही कर रहे थे रात को, फिर वो हमको ऐसे सब लोग वहाँ पे बहुत एक्साइटेड हो गए थे कि ऐसे रात के 12 बजे